Hi guys, welcome to the Comedy Defect podcast. This is take 50 or so of this link. This is the intro link. I've been really screwing it up today, I don't know why. There's been a lot of self-loathing in my brain today that I really can't extract. I seem to shake it off sometimes and just kind of deliver it well and with zest and joy. But today it's not happening, so I'm just going to deliver what's going on in my head. I don't feel too bad, but for some reason my brain won't let me deliver the words that I want to in the correct order with the correct pace. I am not firing on all cylinders. I am not firing on all syllables even. I am firing monosyllabically rather than maybe with one cylinder. That's probably what I'm... It's like my brain is a moped at the moment, under 50cc. It's not allowed to go on the motorways. It's just going down the dirt tracks around the byroads, if you get that analogy. Yeah, this is episode 25 of the Comedy Defect podcast. This episode is with Jojo Georgio. Now, Jojo has been on the circuit for about 20 years. She has toured America. She's Texican. And she is over here in Europe, tearing it up over here as well. She'll gig anywhere. She's a very funny woman. Jojo was very supportive of me when I first started out in the circuit. Whenever I needed contacts, she'd give me contacts. And she's been just such a lovely person to me. She's had a really tough couple of years. So it's great to have her on the show and just catch up with her and see how she's doing. She's so positive. She's got a lot of stuff going on at the moment. She's got a big following in Berlin. You're going to really enjoy this episode with her. She talks very candidly about comedy, what you should and should not do. And we really geeked out at the end of this show. And we didn't spoil anything for anyone, but we just went, oh, you know this bit of this thing? Yeah, I know that bit of that thing. It's great. I think you might like it if you're into whatever we're going to be talking about. But stay with it. It's towards the end. But Jojo is such a lovely person, a very funny comic, a lot of stuff going on. I hope you enjoy this episode. But what else has been happening with me? Well, I've had a lot of things happen with me with my family at the moment. My nan had her 90th birthday recently. We all went over for that. When all the families came together, it was a bit mental. A lot of drink happened. A lot of things happened. Oh, it's been a really difficult couple of weeks. It's been a difficult couple of weeks. That's all I'll say. But yeah, things are going okay. I'm nearly moved in with my wife. I know some of you are like, you've been saying this for the last month, 2 months. Yeah, nearly there. I have nearly finished the Comedy Defect container. I've got the walls up. The electrics are nearly done. I need to put the floor in now. It should be one more week and I'll have moved in there. So I'll have moved in before Christmas. Come on. So I'll be recording podcasts from there. Everything's going to happen in there. It's going to be great. But I don't want to talk anymore because, as I say, I'm having real problems with words today. So I hope you enjoy this podcast with Jojo Georgio. Very funny woman. Lovely person. Enjoy.
Her sister's suicide in December, and then my agent stole money from me and I had to fire him. Then he put out a mass email to everyone telling me I had brain cancer, and I lost 5 months of bookings. And no one even bothered to check with me, even though I put out on my website, on Facebook, on Twitter, he's no longer my representation, my representative. And he sent them out an email, and all my bookings just disappeared.
So, like, he's just sabotaged you,
sabotaged
really?
me.
But why?
And he still owes me money. He still owes me over £1,000. And he's booking again. And all the acts he said they'd never perform for him again are all performing for him again.
Yeah, as we said a minute ago, it's like it's a promoter's market, isn't it? Or
it
like
is.
An agent's market. It's like they can take whatever they want. But
all the clubs that used to book me are now saying, "Oh, we need you to come do a trial spot." I'm like, why? You know, I've been going for 20 fucking years. 20 years. I mean, and I've gigged for you for years. You're the one that put me on the back burner.
Yeah.
Because of this. So why do I need to come and do more trial spots for you? And nobody has great shows all the time, but I mean, serious. I think the last show you and I did together, I had a really bad night. But I really think the promoter sabotaged that by not letting people have a break. Really. And I've heard from other female acts now that he does that a lot to female acts. So I don't understand this aggression. Why?
Yeah, I mean, what you said, we were talking a minute ago off air about, I'm not going to ask you how you were because you're angry. It feels like you're like,
I'm not actually angry. I'm just like, this is, it's like, I tell the truth and this is how it is. If people disagree with me, then fine, tell me how you did, but don't threaten my life. Don't threaten all kinds of crap to me.
But it feels like you're being wronged. I mean, you're allowed to be angry about that or passionate about that situation. You're just like, why? This is totally wrong.
It's not fair, And then all these, then I have bookers go, oh, well, we want to prove that we book female acts. So you come down, you do a good show, I'll watch it, I'll promote you. So drive all the way to Wells, smash the room to bits, and come off stage, and the booker's not even there. He's left. He went to go get his dog. And he comes back, oh, everyone said you were okay. I was like, I got a standing ovation. What do you mean? I was like, And then it's like, oh, I'm still trying to get you gigs. I just don't think that you're right for our room. If I get a standing ovation in your room, if I get the crowd hooting and hollering and begging for me to stay on stage, how is that not right for your room? And I don't know if you get this, but sometimes a promoter will say, but you're not right for our room. But it's like, I played your room. I came and did your open mic or your trial night. I smashed your room. Your audience loved me where I'm outside taking selfies and fun. And how am I not right for your room on a Friday night, but on a Saturday night, I'm not right for your room?
It doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make sense.
Let's go back to, because what we're talking about is we've talked a little bit about that before, but this stemmed from a situation about a feed, isn't that right?
Yeah, there was a feed last year. It was for the Download Festival. They announced the comedy acts to run it. And the promoter had only booked 2 female acts out of 39. And I went on the feed because other female acts had come to me and said, oh my God, did you see this? They've only put 2 female acts on out of 39. So I wrote on the feed, why only 2 female acts? Like 600, 700 death threats, all kinds of horrible things said about me later. The promoter finally gets on and goes, oh, I didn't want women to have to stand around. It's a tough gig. And they'd have to stand around for a long time and use porta potties. I've done festival gigs. Yeah. I've used porta potties. Huh. If you're paying me, I'm there. I don't care if I have to stand up.
Yeah.
I'll lean against a tree if I'm tired.
Yeah, I mean, I think that everyone has manages to hold their own weight before they get on stage. I mean, just standing around, that doesn't make any sense. There's no logic in that whatsoever.
There's none at all. I went and did a show, and several of these guys that were on the feed said they were going to show me up at it, and they just kept going on and building themselves up. So I went to the show, they surrounded me. I mean, just like in a semicircle, telling me, oh, you don't know what misogyny is. Misogyny comes from the Greek word, means a man who hates pussy, and no man hates pussy. And I actually pointed out, what about gay men? They go, gay men don't hate pussy, they're just indifferent. I was like, okay, just get away from me. You go do your thing, I'll do my thing. All 3 of these guys refused to go on after me. So I ended up closing the show, and all of them died on their ass, and I destroyed the room. I got a standing ovation. I got this, when your joke hits so hard that the audience starts and they just clap and clap and laugh, and you have to. And that's just that happened 4 times during my set. When I went off stage, when I finally got off stage, because when I said my time was over, the audience kept going, no, keep going. And I looked up and the promoter's going, yeah, go. Yeah. So I did an extra 10 minutes. When I came off stage, all 3 of these guys wouldn't even look me in the eyes, and the feed just died. None of them, it's like none of them went on there to say, oh, well, she smashed it, because it's like. Dude, you guys are pussies. You're fucking pussies.
Just quit on the gig
I think that's just a travesty. If you don't have the balls to go on after somebody, good God, I've gone on after you and you've stormed it every time I've seen you. I think, if I can keep that momentum going, great. And the thing is, if I see a comic that's amazing, they don't freak me out or scare me. They inspire me to try harder.
That's it.
Push me harder.
Yeah, that's it.
If you're on with a bunch of mediocre comics, then you're going to act mediocre. But if you're on with some amazing comics, you are going to give it 110%, and it inspires you to go and write better material, to be a better comic, to practice harder.
You're only trying to be the best that you can be, and push the limits of yourself. And if you see someone doing great, like, oh wow, you can do this with comedy now. Okay, oh, this is what there's another avenue that they took that I didn't know you could do with that comedy. You can.
Exactly.
Oh, that's inspiring. It's great. Do you find that situation that you had with that festival? You had that anywhere else?
Only here in the UK. The funny thing is, I've just come back from Amsterdam, did some shows there, and they were absolutely amazing, and there were festival shows as well. And I just had there was a sense of camaraderie with everyone there. All the comics, and the other acts that were performing, everyone was kind of bolstering each other up instead of tearing each other down. And I had a great time. It was a totally different atmosphere. And don't forget, I used to gig in America. I was on the circuit for 8 years in America. I've never experienced this level of misogyny, this level of combativeness. The difference is, in America, after you do a show, all the comics get together, they go out for coffee, pie, they sit at a table, notepads out, and we did it in every little city I've ever been to. We'd find a place, we'd sit down and we would write, we'd go over our show, our set, and we'd give each other tips. Over here, that doesn't happen at all. It's really very much just like, well, I got mine, you get yours. But in America, the difference is, when one comic makes it, he usually takes his friends with him. Because if he's going to be doing a big tour across 50 fucking states in a fucking van for 6 months, He wants to be with people he likes and knows and trusts and people he can work with. And they just don't do that here.
It's that island mentality, I think, here. It's like the castle kind of thing. It's like,
yeah.
This is my thing. This is everything else. You're not going to get it. I'm not going to give this to you.
Exactly. I'm not going to help you. I'm not going to throw, it's like, there's a lot of really good female acts up at the top right now. Not a single one of them has thrown down a safety net for another female act to get up. Not a single one. In America, it's totally different. I don't understand why. I've heard it's the same in Canada, that they take their friends with them. They help them out.
You're from Texas, that's right?
I'm from Dallas, yeah.
And you've been over here for how long now?
18 years now.
Right. And you started gigging in Texas, is that right?
I started gigging in Dallas, Texas,
right,
where they had one open mic. They had one comedy club and one open mic club. And if I wanted a second gig in that month, I had to drive from Dallas to Houston, which is 700 miles. Right. If I wanted a second gig, it was to Austin. Then it was to San Antonio. And then it was to Corpus Christi. And then El Paso. And then back to Dallas. So I put hundreds of thousands of miles on my car in the first 3 years of doing comedy, just trying to learn my craft.
What's it like gigging in Texas then?
It is totally different. It was really funny because, at the time, I was like there was, I think, like a total of 5 female comics in Dallas at the time. There was only 5 of us. The rest were male comics. And I just found for me, it was a breeze. Learning the craft was hard because, it's not like London where there's literally I think 2,000 comedy clubs. And you can do 5 clubs a night if you want to here. So it was totally different, but at the same time, it was really cool because I would watch the audience reaction when they saw me come on stage, and they were like, "A woman? Oh my gosh!" But they were open to it. They were so open. I got on the circuit quite quickly there and started making a very, very good living on the circuit as a comedian for about 3.5, 4 years before I got my radio show. And I was like, oh, thank God, I'm so tired of being on the road. I done hundreds of thousands of miles, in my car and then the gig buses. And it is kind of lonely, though, because it's not like here where you can be home in a few hours. If you're on the road there, you're on the road for weeks and weeks and weeks. And so it can get...
Do you set up tours? You sleeping in cars?
Yeah, I used to have a booker, and my booker was amazing. So she would give me this spreadsheet, a packet that's like 3 or 4 inches thick. And it would have... your next city, so you're going to be in El Paso, and here's the hotel, this is the comedy club, this is how much they're paying you. The next day you're there, and it would take, and I would leave from Dallas, and it would take me close to a month to get to LA, because you stop in every little city, little tiny places you didn't even think about, college towns and things like that do show. You're with 2 other comics, sharing the car, it's 24 hours a day, horrible hotel rooms. But then I would go and stop and check my bank account, and there's money in my account because she would collect the money and just pop it in. And it was totally different because now it's like everyone wants to see your feeds and everyone wants to see your videos. Back then it's like, she's a booker. I've been doing this for 20 years. If I'm telling you this act is good, and can work in your room, so fuck you. And that was it. I'd get to LA, we would do a week in LA, and then we'd come back the southern route, back in Dallas for maybe 2 weeks, and then I'd go that way towards Florida and take another 3.5 weeks, come back, go up north, come back, and it's just, it's exhausting.
It's like, now, as you said, it's everyone will see your feed, your videos, and it's like, okay, you have to have all this content behind you, rather than just going, look, this person can do the job, what the hell, this is, I'm the agent. It's like that person's just a mouthpiece now, rather than actual have clout and power. You have to have all this stuff just surrounding you, like your book, the sitcom, the TV credits, the radio show.
Exactly.
Oh, you've got an agent and a manager. Okay, well that's great. But you need all of this stuff in place to go, well, okay, this person's got stuff going on, isn't it, really? You had a radio show. What's your radio show?
My radio show is a morning talk show. It was really funny because I got back to Dallas and I'd been doing this retro evening show from midnight to 6 a.m. on a radio station called The Edge, an all-call-in show. And it was just a little fun thing for me to do. And I didn't do it regularly because, like I was saying, I was on the road. But when I was in town, it was great fun. I loved it. Everyone would call in and I'd just have so much fun on it. And I loved the music because it was all about the 80s. It's retro. And then I got a phone call saying, look, we need, we really like you. We like your voice. We like your attitude. I've met you a few times. I was like, who is this? Because I think his name was Dave Chaos or something like that. And we're looking for a morning talk show host to do this radio station. So, okay, I'll give it a whirl. Never thought, it's like, so I went in, and my very first day on the air, it was the most amazing thing. Within 25 minutes of me being on the air, we had 3 death threats, a bomb threat. We had to clear the building. I'm like, well, that was fun. And while I'm standing outside with the Dallas Fire Department and the cops there, and I'm looking over at the board of directors, these old, stodgy men, the manager comes walking up and goes, you're hired full-time, 5 days a week. You know, and here's what your salary is going to be. And I was like, are you serious? I was like, he goes, we're on the news, honey. You keep us on the news. We're great. And my show was great.
What was the thing?
It was just talking. It was just talking.
What was the subject? Did you some
any subject I wanted to. Yeah, I would read the newspapers. I, you know, find news. But the subject on that day was Ebonics. You know, and I don't know if the UK people know it, but Ebonics was a subject in the 90s where it was kind of like urban black speak. The words it's all slang, and they thought, should Ebonics be taught in school instead of English, proper English? And so I didn't say I was for or against it. I just said, how do you guys feel about Ebonics? Because there's people saying we should teach it. So next thing you know, the phones are lighting up and people calling in and they're cussing and I'm hitting the dump button and it was great. It was fun, you know. So, and I did that for almost 2.5 years.
Well, so you got launched by just being on the circuit.
Just being on the circuit, yeah. You never know what if anything is going to lead to.
Come over here, just go to LA, and then you met someone there and came here?
I met somebody in Dallas, and I was working at the radio station, and like a fool, fell in love, got married, and, you know, he's British, moved over here. He goes, we'll only be here for 3 years, I promise. 18 years later, I'm still here. But it was fun. I had a good time. I worked hard for it. You know, you really, you sacrifice so much when you're in this business. Friendships, everything.
Are you still married now, 18 years?
Yeah, I'm still married. Great. Barely. I forgot what he looks like most of the time because I never see him. But
I'm watching out all the time,
I'm just never home, ever home. And when I am home, I'm asleep. I'm just like, you know, locking the bedroom door. Nobody can bother me.
And what does he do?
He is an IT. He's a computer programmer.
Right. Okay.
So yeah, he works from home a lot. Basically, he's just always naked walking through the house, and I'm just like, please, for the love of God, put some clothes on. I don't need to see this. Oh my God.
So you've been to the Fringe a few times as well, and done all the festivals. Which is your favourite festival in the world?
You know what is weird? I did the festival this year, and it was the most amazing thing. It was called the Fling Festival, and it's in Essex.
Okay.
And it was so fun. I think they had like 60 tents with different musics. They had all the performing arts there. They had a tent for spoken word. They had a massive tent for comedy. They had a massive tent for burlesque. And it was only 18 and over. And it was an amazing 3 days festival. And it was just amazing. It was fantastic. I walked through a forest of penises that they had erected. There was a climbing wall with penises to hang on to. And I actually pointed out, because everyone kept hitting their heads on, I mean, you should have used vaginas. They're easier, toe holds and stuff. But it's like, it was an amazing festival. And I think it's like every May.
Okay.
And it's now been fully backed by the council, and they've got a private promoter who's totally booking it up now. And it was amazing, just amazing, because every genre of music was represented. Jazz, blues, rock, all the stuff that's popular now, house music, drum and bass. Just an amazing experience. I found it fantastic, and everyone was just really, really, really cool. And the promoters took great care of the acts while they were there. So,
like, you're a club comic, aren't you?
Yeah.
Trade. You done like your debut hour for like the Fringe, or are you just? Like...
I haven't done the debut hour for the Fringe because it's like I just can't afford to go up there and do that. That just takes so much money. Right now, I'm writing an hour-long show that I want to promote here. I've got a director that I'm working with. She wants to produce the show in London. I've been working with her now for the past 2 years on performance and stuff, and I've noticed that even though I think I know so much about performance, she's helped me so much push myself to the next level in comedy. Although I'm so, it's like I'm very loud on stage and I'm very aggressive on stage, but I just kind of feel like that's just who I am naturally. Her thing is she wants me to stop cussing so much on stage because I want, make you a completely squeaky clean act, but that's just never going to happen. It's not, because the reality is people cuss in their day-to-day lives. I don't know. Do you cuss on stage?
I do. I know occasionally, the odd one, but not many.
I don't do it on purpose. It's not a conscious thing. I always say "son of a bitch" on stage or something like that. But I have had promoters come up to me afterwards and go, "Oh, it's just unladylike for a female comic to cuss." And like the comic that went on before me talked about digging up his dead grandmother and dry fisting her. That's okay with you, but me saying "son of a bitch." Is a step too fucking far? Are you serious? Yeah. And I get that all the time, and I think it's just this double-edged, it's bullshit. I think that's good why Amy Schumer is really highlighting that, that this double-edged, it's not cool.
Double standard, isn't it?
It's a double standard, and it's bullshit. For male comics to be able to go on stage and say whatever they want, and it's cool, but for a female comic to go on stage and just say shit or damn or son of a bitch is a step too far.
You said that that your manager, you had like sabotage you.
Oh my god, I'm a fucking
you've had
bastard.
A lot of life events happen to you recently. They've been a fucking
in the last few years I had cancer.
Yeah.
My sister committed suicide while I was going through cancer treatment.
Right.
Then just as I'm coming out of cancer treatment, my agent flips out, punches somebody. I find out he's stealing money from me, so I fired him. And then he sent out a mass email telling everyone I had brain cancer. I lost all my bookings. And then I actually had a part-time job at that time too. And the day I went back from cancer treatment, they fired me. So it's just been like a really fucking tough time. And then getting gigs has just really been a nightmare lately.
2016.
2015 have not been, the best, the kindest years to me. But I'm still here.
And if you filtered any of that into your stand-up or...
I am. I'm writing. I mean, the cancer, not so much. There are a few bits that I do talk about because some really stupid, funny stuff happened to me while I was going through treatment. I mean, I had just come out of the hospital. My washing machine broke. And I am so fucked up on some of the best paid meds. I'm telling you, the NHS gives you the best payment and high quantities of it. They don't just send you home with like a 7-day pack. They send you home with a 90-day package of Tramadol, of Oxycontin, of morphine. You're a drug baron at this stage. It's like I can't get to the water. I mean, I can't get to the laundromat. I'm going back and forth with the people about whether it's in warranty, whether it's out of warranty. And so one of my friends asked if she goes, "I'll come get your laundry and wash it." And I thought, oh my god, that's just the most amazing thing ever. And she did. She came in, she collected everything. She took it home. She washed it. She ironed it. I've never ironed a fucking thing in my life. I don't even own an iron. And she brought it back, and I was like, oh my god, you're just so amazing. And as I'm putting everything away, I noticed that there's not a single pair of knickers there. Yeah. And I thought, she threw away my knickers because they're not posh enough for her machine. What's going on? Yeah. So I called her up and I said, Monica, do you have my knickers? She goes, not anymore, darling. And I'm like, what do you mean not anymore? She goes, oh, honey, I sold them. I'm like, well, you what? She sold them on a website called dirtyknickers.com. She sold them in a job lot for £490 to a German guy. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? She goes, didn't you know, darling, I've been selling my knickers for 2 years. How do you think I live like this? I go, I thought you were a PA. She goes, no. She goes, I've been selling knickers online for years. I make £3,000 a month.
Sorry, PA?
Personal assistant.
Oh, so that's what I thought it was, but I thought there was some...
no, I thought she was a personal assistant. No, I thought she was a personal assistant. And she goes, no, darling, no. You think a personal assistant can drive a Mercedes? I'm like, I don't know what you make. So she sold my knickers. I never got a cent. Never got a cent.
Well, there's always going to be dirty knickers.
I know.
She have to be the website.
Yeah. So she goes, and I've actually looked her up with her. She's got a massive clientele, and they have very specific things they request from her, which is
oh my god,
stomach churning. But she's got a following, and she's making damn good money at it. So good for her.
Fair play to her, yeah.
Fair play, because I've got a son. I don't have time to go to work every day. I got to take care of him.
Thinking outside the box. She really is thinking outside the box. Yeah.
Because we're just surviving in this fucking world. What do you need knickers for?
Wow, God,
that's it. You don't need panty lines. Fuck that.
Wow. Fair play to her. You were in Texas. With your family.
They're all in Texas.
All in Texas still, and were they into like your comedy? They come see you?
No, only my older sister was into the comedy. I went to school, went to university, and I studied to be a psychologist. And I got my degree, and I was working as a psychologist. When I threw it all away, I went into work one day and said, I can't take this shit anymore. I quit. I went and I got a job as a waitress. And 4 nights later, I was on stage doing my very first stand-up comedy night. Wow. And the only one that supported me was my older sister, Angela. And so she supported me through everything. And she was one of the driving forces behind everything I did. She was always pushing me and challenging me to do stuff.
Like, how did you kind of go, well, this is the thing I want to do. This is the thing. This is it now.
I was working for the crisis team, and I was at the hospital basically 4 days a week and literally 24 hours a day, just dealing with really horrific, horrible things. I'd come home numb, and then I would write comedy, really dark, twisted shit, and I would tell it to my sister, and she would just die laughing. Brilliant. I never planned to get on stage that night. My sister taught me into going to a comedy club, just happened to be the one with the open mic, and she had signed me up. And I'm sitting there having a drink, and next thing I know, my name is called. I'm like, what the fuck? And she goes, get on stage, baby. So I got on stage, did 3 minutes, died on my ass. But my sister was cackling with laughter so hard, the audience started laughing, and I was literally hooked. And that was it. For me, that was it.
So you didn't do any competitions or anything?
No, there was none of that back then.
It was just like, that you're in, you're doing it,
That's
you got
it.
the job. That's
that was it. I went in, I started doing it, and then the woman who runs the club, which is still going today, it's called the Backdoor Comedy Club, and amazing in Dallas, and there's actually comics here right now in London who started there as well. So, and they're fantastic. Well, the woman who runs it, her name was Linda Strawberg, and she's been on TV. She's been running this thing for 20 some odd years, and it's now like a fixture of Dallas.
Right.
And it's in a really major hotel, and it's got major prominence now as a launching point for comics. The comics that used to come and watch the shows there, people like Bill Hicks used to come in and sit in the audience and watch and give you fucking tips. And I'll tell you what, he was an angel. Here's how raw I was. I really didn't know who he was. And I was sitting at a table with Bill Hicks, who's telling me, this is what you need to do, this is what you need to work on, you heat it here. I'm like, well, thank you so much. And then later it's like, fucking moron, do you know who that was? Like, I don't got a clue.
Brilliant.
But now I do. I was like, damn it! Damn it!
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's going to go in the biography. Then.
It is. Yeah, seriously. He's like, and I did his birthday party and stuff like that. I was like, oh my God, I had no idea who I was with. And the people that I started off with back then, they're still going today. And some of them are still on the circuit, but most of them are living in LA, and they're all working on TV shows. They're the writers, or they're acting in the shows and stuff like that. And they're always telling me, you're a fucking moron. Shouldn't have moved out of Dallas. You should have moved to LA. They're always telling me, you gotta move to LA. I'm like, oh, I hate LA.
Why? Why would you?
Right now, I would not move back there, because have you seen what the fuck is going on over there? There's about to be a civil war. Seriously, people are gonna die.
Okay.
I'm not going back there during this shit. Maybe afterwards. I don't know. I mean, right now, I really do enjoy living in the UK. I love Europe. I love being able to just get on a train and I'm in Paris. I'm somewhere else, and I'm really far away from my fucked up family in Texas, because every week I still get that phone call, well, we're doing a whipping around. Tommy's in jail again. Can you transfer? I'm like, just leave him there.
How many brothers? Do you have any more sisters?
Yes, I have, from my mom, there was 5 of us.
Right.
I have 1 brother and 3 sisters, a twin sister included in that.
Okay.
But my father has 22 other children. 22 other children, yes.
That's a lot of kids.
That's a lot of fucking kids.
Yeah.
So then you add us 5 in there, it's 27 kids.
Is that all from the same mom?
No, different women.
Okay.
I have a sister who's just a few months older than me. I've got a brother that was like 7, a year and a half older than me. And my parents were married till I was 10. And I can do math, motherfucker. But here's the thing. I didn't know about any of them until about 7 years ago.
22.
None of us knew about any of them. And then suddenly a private investigator got in touch with my twin sister and said, oh, well, just so you know, you got another couple sisters and brothers out there. And she goes, really? Okay, well, Dad was older than Mom. How many? Oh, about 22. What? So I've been slowly getting to know some of them through Facebook and finding out they're all fucking weird as shit.
Yeah.
Some of them are just crazy as hell and amazing and lovely. And
like, do you speak to your dad or?
No, my dad passed away when I was 10. It was
right.
Otherwise he'd be dead now. Right. Seriously, one of us would have killed him. Like, really, seriously. We know they had condoms in the 70s, motherfucker.
22.
There were condoms in the 70s.
That's so many.
I was like, could you not get that in your pants? What the hell? I don't know what was going on with this man, but 22 kids, 27 kids altogether.
That's insane.
It's an insane. I was like, dude, you really enjoyed sex. He really liked sex.
I think most of life to be.
I'm pretty sure he liked sex a lot because he had a lot of kids.
So who's the oldest?
That's the thing is like, my 2 younger siblings, Danny and Darren, they're the youngest, so I'm the 3rd from the youngest, and everyone else is older. I know. So everyone else, and I got a sister like almost 57 now. So it's like they range in age.
Insane.
But the thing is keeping track of who they are.
Yeah.
Because I've gotten very close with my sister Danny, and she knows everyone in the family. So she's like, "This is your niece. This is your nephew. This." And I'm like, "Who are these kids? Those are your great." I'm like, "Oh my!" I was just like a DNA chart to flow here, to flow there. But I recently found out that there is a question mark on 4 other people that they're trying to get them to take DNA tests because they know that my father had relationships with their mothers.
They just go, no, we've got enough.
We got enough.
Now.
I think the Shoemaker side of the family is pretty out there.
We're 22. Now. We're 22. We're good. We're good.
We don't need any more.
No.
We don't need a fucking reality special about us. Nothing.
Yeah, we don't need 2 baker's dozens here.
But my aunt's like, I just want to round up all of your dad's kids, make sure all of them are in the family. It's like, look, if they're outside the family, they're doing okay. Because inside this motherfucking place, it ain't so good.
That's crazy. Are they into any sort of like performance as well?
No, I do have one brother that seems to be tattooing himself for God.
Okay.
And he's tattooed like 85% of his body with religious symbols and tags. Like, go for it. But no, one of them's a cop. And, you know, my sister works in the IT field in San Francisco. And some of them are in jail. And some of them are running shady little businesses. And... You know, telling me inappropriate stories about body parts of theirs that I don't want to know. Even if I did know who you were, I don't want to know that.
Yeah.
Like, so, but yeah.
So he's tattooing himself for God.
I don't know why.
All right. Is it like all just fully to the neck or like?
I think he shaved his head. He's got some on his scalp now and stuff like that. And I'm just like, you go for it. Yeah. You're in Nome, Alaska. Stay there. That's where you need to stay. Right. They're everywhere. It's really weird.
You've just moved, or you've saved yourself $1,000 on the rent to where you moved to.
Sweet Jesus, I'm saving £1,000 a month just moving outside of the M25. It's like, dude, you know what I can do with that money? I can live. I can buy things. You know, a gym membership. Hello. I can save up for a boob job. I can save up for a tummy tuck.
For anything.
Anything. LASIK.
Oh yeah. I don't know. I like glasses. I prefer glasses.
I think everyone. I'm so used to wearing them. I've worn them since I was 3 years old. I don't think when I take them off, people have a hard time
looking at your face.
Looking at my face. It's like my friends, because I took my glasses off last night. I was with my friend and his sons. I took my glasses off, and his little boy said,
Stranger.
No, put them back on. I was like, okay. He goes, yeah, this is you now. I don't like the other you. I'm like, still me. But yeah, it's really cool.
Part of your face in the end, don't they? Really, you can. I know I've got glasses as well, but I like the blurred. I'm short-sighted, but I like the kind of slightly blurry. Reality.
Honey, it's prettier that way. But I can't even get up and pee in the middle of the night without putting on my glasses. I will walk into the wall. I can't see. I'm just blind as a bat.
So when was the last time you went back to America?
I went back 8 years ago and I did an 8-state tour. And that was amazing fun. No, it was 9 years now. It was just before Obama became president. Yeah, he was running for president at the time. So I went back then and I flew into Houston. Because I just mentioned to my old booker, just like through Facebook, I'm coming back to America. I'm going to spend like 3 weeks. I'm going to go in Texas and then I'm going to San Francisco to see my sister. I'm going to spend like 3 weeks there. And she goes, oh, darling, while you're here, you got to do. It's like, oh, okay, fine. And when I got there, she was waiting for me at the airport and handed me a packet. I go, what the fuck is this? Because this is your tour schedule. I'm like, what? And so I ended up with my brother, talking my brother into driving me because I no longer had a Texas driver's license or even a car. So I conned my brother, who is a huge Trump supporter, by the way.
Yeah, he must be happy then, right?
Oh my God, he's so happy.
And how are you about that?
I'm not happy.
No, don't want to go back for another 8 years?
No, I don't want to go back until this shit's over with. There's going to be blood. But I conned him into driving me literally through 8 states and doing these shows. And he had never seen my shows and he was quite impressed. But it was fun. And I just forgot how long a car trip with your brother is, especially when he's so Republican and he's so ultra-Christian and he's only listening to Rush Limbaugh and Christian music, and I was just like, for the love of God, kill me. Just shoot. It was just, and it's your brother. Yeah. The most annoying person, because even while, and he's an older man now, just drive around suddenly, reach over and go, look, I'm not touching you. God damn it! What is wrong with you? Yeah. Yeah. And he's eating sunflower seeds and spitting them at me. I was like, are you serious? You're 40. You're 40. What is wrong with you? And then, we'd get a hotel room and he would play pranks on me in my room and stuff like that. I woke up to find things in the bed that weren't so either. A snake was in my bed. My brother put it there. I was like, are you serious? You're fucking 40.
Yeah, that's kind of stuff you do when you're 7.
No shit. It's like he just literally had a breakdown or some shit and suddenly reverted to he was 16 years old and torturing me again. It was, I could not wait to get away from him. Could not. The last day, he drove me back to Houston. I was going to my hotel. Then I was flying to Atlanta for yet another week, an extended week I ended up doing. And I was like, just get me in this hotel room, away from this motherfucker. And then I was like, years later, I was like, actually that was so much fun. Yeah, it really was. It was memories because we had so much fun. And at the same, we argued the whole time and bickered and acted just like teenagers, but it was at the same time fun. He said, this was my vehicle. And when I'm driving the vehicle, it's my music and my this. I'm like, can you not just say car? What is wrong with you?
Mm-hmm. You can let loose and be who you are with your family, isn't it?
You revert.
Yeah.
When you're around your siblings, you revert to this childlike. I don't know what it is, but do you do that with your siblings?
Yeah, I've got brothers. I've got 2 brothers and I've got 2 sisters as well.
I keep saying I'm going to go back, but the problem is my family is so spread out. Even in Texas, they're in Houston, they're in Dallas, they're in Austin, they're in San Antonio, and none of them are getting along good enough right now to actually agree to meet in a middle point. So it would mean me traveling to all these places, and if I miss one of them out I'm dead meat, and none of them will let me, so it's like, I wish you guys are in a better mood. But right now, my brother and because all the women in my family voted for Hillary, and all the men voted for Trump. Well, Thursday is Thanksgiving, and my cousins and my sisters and my nieces and all are going, these motherfuckers are going to starve to death because we ain't cooking shit for them. They can fuck themselves. Go get Donald Trump to cook you dinner, motherfucker. And my brother's like, can't we be reasonable? No, reasonable is voting for a reasonable person, not a Nazi. So I'm quite, there's going to be bloodshed, and I'm like, can you just put the video camera in the corner of this room and turn it on? Let me Skype you guys so I can watch the carnage.
Yeah, watch the world burn.
I just want to watch the world burn from afar and just sit back there laughing my ass off because they are furious. I mean, my twin sister, I'm not speaking to him. I'm not speaking to him. I'm not ever again. And if I see him, I'm going to run over with my car. I'm like, oh my God. I mean, seriously, the Republican Party is completely broken. It's completely shattered. The Democratic Party is hanging on by a thread. You got everyone going, well, because Hillary has now won the popular vote by over 2 million points. You've got the electorate, because don't forget, he's not president yet, not until the 19th of December when the electors actually go and cast their votes, and they don't actually have to vote for the one that they're told to. They can vote their conscience. That's why they're the electorals. And there are several electorals saying that they're not voting for Trump. They're going to cast their votes for Hillary instead.
But isn't there, it's never happened before when they've actually overturned it, isn't it? In January, is that January that happens?
No, it's December
right.
19th is when the electorals go to vote.
Okay.
So it's going to be an interesting day to see what happens. Because you still have people... I mean, this guy's an idiot. He said he doesn't want to use Air Force One. He wants to use it because you don't want to use a plane You don't want to use a plane that's bulletproof, bomb-proof, and cannot be detected on radar. You want to use your plane. Fine, you're dead. You're going to be gone in a second. Second, his wife and kid aren't even moving to Washington. They're staying in New York. You can't even get the first lady to move to the White House with you. That's another warning sign. And the people that are in your cabinet right now, the people that you're talking to, racists, bigots, misogynists, people who all have some kind of lawsuits against them. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Watch the world burn. Yeah. I mean, he's truly destroyed it. And maybe it's a good thing because I think that they're going to have to rethink things. And we need more than 2 parties. We need more. And I think that they need to get rid of the electorals altogether. Because this is the problem people have in America is I don't want to vote because my vote doesn't count. And your vote counts if it's actually counted and it goes to the popular vote. If it goes to the electorals, it doesn't matter how many people in your neck of the woods vote. If enough of the other guys vote, even if you win, you still lose. So I think that you'll get more people voting if it is based purely on the popularity of this person. Because then every vote does count.
Your husband's English, and where's he from in England?
Well, actually, he's Greek Cypriot, but he's from
Tottenham.
Yes. Apparently how you say it.
Yeah.
Tottenham, yes. I'm constantly being corrected. And I love that on stage because the audience loves to correct my English and it's just turned into an entire 20-minute bit on its own sometimes.
Yeah, so there's 2 Brexits going on. There's one in US and there's one here. Really.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
It's the same sort of thing. How is he reacting to the...
He is just shocked. He's absolutely shocked. And he thought... It's never going to happen because the mood here in London was, oh no, it's not going to happen. But if you went out outside of London, and you and I go outside of London and we do gigs in little places, the mood there was quite different. And we were talking to people. I don't know if this happened to you, but I talked to people, and I got the sense it was going to happen because I was doing loads of shows, Stoke-on-Trent and stuff like that. You go up outside of London, and you go to these places and you're talking to people. I was like, I'm hearing a totally different attitude than what I'm hearing in London. Did that happen with you?
Oh yeah, for sure. I noticed that. But for so many years, it's all been that fear-mongering sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And then they're pushing people over, towards the cliff. And then when they can go, no guys, we want you to go the other way now.
Yeah.
And so it's way too late. All the fear is pushing everyone to one direction. We can't go back now. We're too scared.
I know. I like how Boris Johnson really pushed that agenda and then fucked off and left us with everybody's like, you fucking bastard. I don't know. It's like, for me, what I'm so disappointed because for years, I really saw Americans making huge strides towards being better human beings. And I honestly, I don't believe in borders. I think people should be freely allowed to travel anywhere because we are all owners of this world. You don't own this world. We all do. Every one of us has the rights to be here. I think we should, and the more that we mix and move around, the stronger we are as genetically. And the more that we encounter different cultures, the stronger we are morally and intellectually, and the more we open up and the more we see. But it's when you close yourself off and you become xenophobic, and that's when you just have so many problems. And I think that if everyone was forced, and I think at least every 5 years was forced to travel outside of their country to another country to experience another culture and find out the beauty of that culture, find their language, their food, the people, then we would have such a better world.
We'd see things in common rather than seeing the difference. We'd go, well, they do that as well. Oh, we do exactly the same thing, It's,
you love your kids? Oh my God, that's so weird. I love my kids.
I like to eat too.
You like dogs? Oh my God, what's happening?
Yeah. Exactly,
but I know that's a very extreme. I just don't believe in borders. I think people should freely be able to travel and move about the way they did for the last 100,000 years of traveling around the world to find better places to live. That's what we do. If the resources in one area aren't supporting our families and aren't supporting us and keeping us alive, the hunter-gatherer gets up and moves on to greener pastures. Yeah. And that's what I personally think. That's the natural order of things. That's why they find these old cities that were just completely abandoned because it could no longer sustain life there. It was no longer a good life for people. So people moved to better places. And then they encounter different foods and different cultures and different accents and different religions and different beliefs. And they embraced it and took it on. Yes, there was war, but there was more acceptance than war because otherwise we would all be gone.
What's your favourite place in the world to gig then? You've been doing a lot of gigs outside of the UK, you said. And recently you said, what's your favourite?
I have to say, I'm thinking about it. It was Amsterdam.
Yeah,
I don't know about you. At Amsterdam, it's like you go to Amsterdam, and it's just it's not just like the gigs there, but it's the people when you get to Amsterdam. Everyone, the airport is amazing. It's like a mall. You get there, everyone is so nice. Everyone speaks English, and you're so scared the first time you go there because you're thinking, oh my God, I'm going to Jewish. What if nobody speaks English? And they get everyone speaks English. No, they speak 5 languages. There's 5-year-old kids looking. I speak 5 languages. How many do you speak? Barely 1, Ken. Oh, you're American. A kid said that to me. Like, yes, you little shit. But I loved it, and it was just the experience we did. And the audiences were so amazing, and they were so up for it. Yeah. And they just took everything on board, and then it was just talking to you afterwards. And everyone wants to talk to you. I had a great time. Yeah. What about you?
I went to Amsterdam a couple of years ago, and I really enjoyed the crowds as well, to be honest. And I was a bit nervous because I thought, very Germanic. This is good. I'm not sure how this is going to go. I went there for King's Day, for the Utrecht Comedy Festival. There was a guy at the train station. He's having some food. He's had a few beers or whatever. It was after the gig, and he was just sitting there at the table that was covered with like rubbish and everything. And he just looked up over the rubbish and went, "Sorry about the mess." And I was like, that's brilliant. That is their humour, They're just like, they're cheeky, they're sarcastic, and it's just that's them. It just said so much about their culture,
their culture.
Like that sort of that interaction, that having fun with other people as well, And it's not that people think they're quite stoic and quite withdrawn, but they're not. They're not.
I was never allowed to eat alone. I would go to a restaurant by myself, and I would look up and see people staring at me, and the next time people got up and "You eating alone?" Like, yes. And they're, "No, you're not. We're sitting down with you." I was never allowed to eat alone. It's like, okay. And after the shows, all the comics was for some unknown reason, strip off and jump into the river. Did they do that with you?
No.
Oh, it's a tradition. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I'm not getting in that murky water. They all just strip naked. Okay, just jump in. Like, really?
Wow.
Swimming around. This water is great. Our water is the best. I'm pretty sure I saw something floating in there earlier.
Exactly. It's a canal.
It's a canal.
Yeah.
But it was great. I had so much fun. Right. Yeah, and I loved it. I love the people. I love the place. I love the comedy. I'm, trying to book other gigs in other places and see how it goes. I mean, I do hear I have a following in Germany, so we'll see.
Berlin?
I don't know yet. I mean, I just keep getting these emails from some comedy clubs over there saying, "You've got following here. Can you come?" I was like, "Yeah, if the dates work out, I'll be happy to come."
Excellent.
So I'm trying to work all that out. And like I said, right now I'm writing a new show and just focusing on writing. I'm also writing a series and
like a sitcom.
Yeah, sitcom.
Great.
And so I've actually got that to a production stage right now, and I've got it with a production company, and so now I've got to make all these changes, and it's just like.
Oh, it's fun though, huh?
It's so much fun, but it's like all this crap is coming out of my head. What the hell? It's a really dark comedy. You're like, wow, this shit is dark, but it's so funny.
They're great.
So I'm like, yes, let's get it on TV. Let's get it on something. Sell it to Netflix. They like dark shit. Mm-hmm. So we'll see.
And again, your audience will find you there. I mean, you don't need to even go looking for them. It's like, well, they'll just pop up, wouldn't they? Exactly. As soon as they look at that, whatever that thing that relates to that sitcom you've got, dark shit. Oh, here it is.
Exactly.
That's your show.
Especially if it's on like Netflix or the World Wide Web, something like that. That's really taking over. Here's what I know about TV right now. There's no variety on it, and that's why everyone's turning away from it. That's why they're going online to watch shows on Netflix or to watch other shows that are on different channels. There, they're using the Kodi. They're watching stuff from all over the world. Because there is no variety on TV anymore. You turn on Channel 4, whatever. They've got one of their shows on, 9 out of 10 cats, never mind the buzz, whatever. Yeah. If you close your eyes, you can't tell one show from the other. Honest to God, you have to put on the eye and go, what is this? Wait, wasn't this on the other? Oh, no, it's a different show. But it's the exact same panel members. So it's literally from the BBC, Channel 4, ITV, all have the exact same 15 comic people on there, and that's it. On their panels, and that's it, no more. It's very boring.
It is. It's the same old, same old.
It's the same old, and they're all the same sports-themed talk show.
It's like I watched American Horror Story, and loved it the first few seasons, and then have you seen the most recent one? Oh God, it's the worst thing
I stopped after season 2. I just couldn't anymore. I get bored with it. The only thing that's really holding my attention is Walking Dead right now. Right. So
you read the comics as well?
Yes, I'm catching up on them. I'm got into it big time. I didn't like Fear the Walking Dead. I actually have no sympathy for those people, and I want every one of them to die.
Totally.
I want you to die. I want you to die bloody. I want them to rip you apart. Yeah. Every last one of you. Yeah. Fucking die because you were boring the tits off me.
Yeah. You just want them to have that little bit extra. Oh, got more dialogue. Yeah, you're gonna go next.
Yep. Yeah,
that's it.
Fuck you. It's like last year with Walking Dead. They came back from the break and the kid got eaten. I was like, yeah, I hated that kid. And then this one opening season, I was like, oh my God, you racist! They killed the last ginger. Oh, what's wrong with you?
And he doesn't die that way in the
no, and he has the best dialogue.
He does die, but later on.
But later on.
But like.
Because everyone knew Glenn died in this one. Everyone knew because if you read the comics, you know that this is where Glenn dies. But when they took out Abraham, I was like, come the fuck on! He has the best dialogue. Yeah, the best lines.
It's true. I mean, it is very true. He's great. I mean, but because like him and I can't remember his name now. The guy with the mullet.
Daryl, the guy that plays Daryl.
No, the other fella, the guy who. Nerdy fella.
Gene or whatever his name is. Yeah, the Elvis impersonator.
They had great kind of chemistry between the two of them. There was so many other backstories going on as well that they haven't shown. They missed out a whole story arc there with that. The way they did kill Glenn in that show was pretty close.
Oh my God, I was like,
oh, I know.
Oh my God, no! My friends were on, my phone was going, are you watching this? Yes!
Yeah, it was pretty good. Like, but I was like, because they did the bit with Laurie, and that wasn't the same as the comics.
No,
but you couldn't show that.
Yeah,
you couldn't show that. That was. I mean, that was the first graphic novel I opened and went, oh my fucking God. That whole page was dedicated. If you haven't seen this, haven't looked at this comic book, you need to get the Walking Dead comic book. How Laurie dies, it's great.
It is.
Because it's such a shocker. It really, I was like, I think I sat there reading this comic going, for a second going, I don't believe I've just seen that. In a comic.
Comic books have changed since I was a kid.
Totally. It was crazy.
Seriously, they've changed so much since I was a kid. And I actually, when I was a teenager, I used to babysit for a Japanese family. Right. And the father was obsessed with mangas, and he had thousands of mangas, and that's where I first got introduced. And I wasn't supposed to read them, because some of them were the naughty kind of mangas with the porn in them, but the others were...
Hentai, is it?
Yeah. I was like, wow. What is
this? Oh, tentacles.
What the hell? But there were others in there that were just pure manga, and they were fantastic. And I was reading. I couldn't read the language because it was in Japanese, but the pictures and the storyline that I was making up in my head was fascinating. And so when I got the chance when I was older to find these same ones with the translations, I was all over it. And it was amazing. I was literally hooked from then.
Yeah.
You know, so I love it. I just love it. You know, and I don't know, what is it with the comedians? We're all geeks at heart.
Totally.
Seriously, we're just geeks, you know? It's like, give us some tech, give us some shit like that. We love that shit.
I read Planet Hulk this week, and I'm on World War Hulk now. I've got two like omnibus editions. It's awesome.
Really? Oh, I'll have to check them out.
I didn't read it for a while. I was like, I want to enjoy this. Oh, no, I'm not gonna.
I know.
I do that as well.
I do that. I haven't earned this. This is
Totally.
my treat.
Totally.
This is my treat. In the last years, like, I've had so much stuff going on, and it's like, I don't want to read this now because I'm not the right mate for everyone. And then it's like, okay, I put on some weight. I've got some crap. I haven't earned this yet. Let me do this. And then that's like, just like the last couple of weeks, I feel like I've earned the right to sit down and read it.
Yeah.
Read something. Read a book. Read a comic. Yeah. You know, so it's like, I've earned this.
Joy denying the whole time.
And then you can just sit there and you're just grinning like a maniac, you know? And anyone who sees you thinks you're completely insane. It's like, I earned this!
Totally.
I did not have ice cream for dessert. Yeah. I walked the extra 3 miles. I paid my bills. I did my show. I wrote 5 new pages of material. I fucking earned this.
It's your own personal version of that DVD. Oh, insanity!
Yeah, the insanity. That's it. Oh my god, that is insanity.
In a T-shirt that says, I earned this.
Yes.
While you're reading the comic books, I've
earned this. Yes, that's what we need.
Don't judge me when I read a graphic novel in public.
Because I fucking earned this shit.
Totally, that's it.
And I'm sorry, but I'm not getting it on my pad. I'm not gonna. I want the book in my hand. I want to feel the paper. I want to smell it.
Yeah.
And I want to hold it in my hand. I was like, it's not the same. I'm sorry. I know I see everyone out there with their little e-readers and stuff. I was like, go fuck yourself. Yeah. I have 20 boxes full of books, and I'm carrying them with me everywhere. I'm not getting rid of them. I don't care that I don't have enough space for them. I'm not getting rid of my books. Yeah. The books, you pick them up, and you can smell them and feel them. Yeah. You know, it's a different thing from just holding the tablet. And, you know,
it's a sensory experience. I mean, not
totally
just visual.
Different.
It's nasal. Is that the right word?
Yeah.
It didn't feel like the right word. I went with nasal. It's nasal.
It's a nasal experience. There's a little white nasal on you right now. That's a nasal, different kind of nasal.
Maybe the reason I couldn't get the words because I've had a very nasal experience from in my past.
Sensory. It's a very. It's
sensory.
I don't know. It's just different. It just feels, I don't know.
I just felt that sensory was too reductive. I just felt like sensory was just too...
No,
too basic.
It's pedantic. No, everyone's done that word to death.
I'm judging myself too
We
much.
need a new word. I made up a new word last night, and I didn't even know it was a real word, because I was like, what was it? Outed. Yeah. And, with my friends, like, that's not a word. I go, well, I just use it. It's a word. And they're like, no, it's not. It's like, well, and then so like, well, she did actually use it in a sentence, so it is a word. And then they would look up, God damn it is a word. It's like, yes!
Totally.
It's a word!
And she was trying to out it at you at the time, wasn't it? Really? It's like, you outed at me for my vocabulary. Oh, okay, well, I fucking
fuck you, man. Yeah. I outed that shit. Right now I'm making up new words to call people. It's like I've been calling people... my friend's kids, I guess, have been hanging around with me too much. I got in trouble because his kid called him a douchebag, a tea bag. What was it the other day? Oh, a bag of dicks. So I'm like, okay, I didn't cuss in front of your kid. No, but you got my kid to call his teacher a douchebag, a tea bag, and a bag of dicks. He said, you, sir, are a bag of dicks. I go, he is 6 years old. That kid is brilliant.
Yeah, totally. Bag of dicks. Right, use it at the right time. Totally.
Like, well, he was getting told off for something, and he told his teacher, you, sir, are a bag of dicks. I think that's brilliant. Second warning of the month. So if I get another one, I'm not allowed to be around the kids or them for a month. God. Which I'm aiming for because Christmas is coming up. And I have to buy these little shits. Yeah. They have expensive taste. And they want the electronic games and shit. Like, so if I can get you to say one more naughty thing, I don't get to see you for a whole month. But they're smart kids. They're like, no. I want money.
I've got my advent calendar all ready to go. I know what day it is.
They're like, kids are smarter than I was when I was a kid.
The same time every year. You try this every year. That's funny.
Last year you told me Santa was dead. That's why I didn't get gifts. Yeah, oh my God, I got in so much trouble for that one. Yeah. A lot of tell that to them. So, yeah, it's fine. I love kids. I don't have any children, so I've got lots of nieces and nephews that I've just fucked their lives up. You know,
that's good. That's you're going to inflict your personality on somebody.
Yeah,
that's how I feel about kids. I mean, my wife has got 2 kids. I mean, they're just the right age for me to inflict all of my idiosyncrasies on. So so I go, this is where you get that from me now.
Exactly. Some of the kids that have been around have grown up now, my nephews, and they're like in their 20s. So the best times of my life were with you, Jeff. So we'd spend the night, and you'd tell us to get out of bed, and we'd say no, and you'd say, you got 10 seconds, or I'm squirting you in the face with a super soaker. And we'd say, you won't. You count to 10 and soak us in the face. I'm like, I told you, get out of bed.
Yeah.
I would just do, things like that, Great thing is get marbles, put them in the freezer overnight. Yeah. If the kid won't get out of bed in the morning, lift up the duvet, throw the marbles in there. No matter where the kid rolls, the marbles follow them, and they're ice cold. They can't get out of bed. They can't get out of bed fast enough. You do that kind of shit to kids, and they laugh and they love it. But later on, it was the best fucking time of my life, man. Seeing these kids sit on the floor with me, reading graphic novels and playing video games and stuff, and now they're all into it as adults. It was the best time of my life, and they still call me all the time. Great. Let's go out and do something. I just want to spend time with you. It was so much fun. I miss our game nights and stuff. Yes.
Yeah, fun ad. My old man used to, he didn't sort of have the marbles thing, but
I learned that from my mom, though.
My old man would say, you get up, get 10 minutes later, right? And then if I didn't do that, he would take the duvet from the bed for just lying there in the cold light.
You curl up in a ball.
It's horrible, isn't it? It's like, all tense and angry.
Yeah.
And it's like, the duvet wouldn't be anywhere near it. It'd be downstairs. I'm like, great, thanks. It's horrible. I hate that.
I know, I learned all these things from my mom. We would do that same stuff.
Marbles is a good idea.
The marbles, and then seriously, she would cold water, put it in the super soaker.
Yeah. And
she would shoot you in the face. Get out of bed. Get it. She learned that from her mom. Yeah. It's like, where do you think this shit comes from? It comes from grandma.
So what was mom's profession?
My mom was a nurse.
Oh yeah. So she knew all the pain centers.
It sucked. It sucked because I was like, the thing is, she'd have this big journal of diseases and stuff, so I would flip through it and pretend to have a disease to get out of school because there was a test and. Mom's like, no, I'm not taking your temperature with an oral thermometer. Bend over, girl. I was like, I'm 15. I'll go to school. Fine. Jesus. Yeah. You owe me money for that can of soup you threw away. Seriously, I would fake so much shit. And then I'd go to school, and the nurse there would fall for it. I remember once I faked disease, but I got my diseases mixed up. And I remember I was laying in the nurse's office, and I heard on the phone, Mrs. Shemek, you really need to come get Joanna and take her to the hospital. I think she has the bubonic plague. And I can hear my mother go, what? Put her on the phone! And my mother's like, your mom wasn't like, no.
I feel so much better now.
No, you know what? I'm feeling, fever's going away. Yeah. I mean, seriously, my mom's message, her outgoing message during the day was, I'm not in right now. If you're calling about Joanna from 9 a.m. until 3:30, she is your fucking problem. That's her message. Every day I was in trouble at school. Every single day. I used to yodel going down the hallway so my twin sister would know I was being sent to the principal's office again and not to leave without me. So I would yodel every day. At least 3 times a day, you'd hear yodel, yodel. And everyone in school knew. Yeah, there she goes again. Yeah. She's off again.
And is your twin sister identical twin?
No, we're fraternal. Oh. Yeah. Mm-hmm. She's the good one. She's never been in trouble. She always did the right thing.
Right.
She's been in the same job for like 22 years. Right. She owns a house. She got a kid. She's fucking stable. Mm-hmm. Stable Mabel,
Okay, it's not a competition, all right?
I know.
That's it. Is that her name, Mabel? Is that her name?
No, her name is Susanna. She's super, super, super sweet and just really kind and just nothing like me. And, and the thing is that her daughter, is 7 years old, and she goes, Joanna, I swear to God, she's so much like you, it's terrifying. She looks like you, she acts like you. It's like living with you all over again. I was like,
thank you,
God. And you look at this kid, and she looks just like me. It's amazing. She goes, I thought I got away from you.
You could escape.
No, you guys, when I was in high school, I put the high school up for sale, and we actually had Japanese businessmen fly over from Japan to view the building. I was in so much trouble for that one. I blew up the science lab by accident. I blew up my science teacher's car by accident. I blackmailed my history teacher because I took photographs of him behind the bleachers with the cheerleader who later turned out to be pregnant.
Oh, no.
I used to steal my homeroom teacher's car every single day because she would get drunk at second period with Jack Daniels, which I was putting in her coffee. Me and 3 of my friends would take a car and drive down the street to go get donuts, and we did that every single day. I was in trouble literally every day in school. I got in trouble when I took auto mechanics because I pierced all the guys' ears. I got in trouble when I was at home economics because I blew up the entire refrigerator and I blew up the oven. I just I followed your instructions. So I was just always in trouble in high school. I was just always, the cops would come there and they would search me. Like, dude, go for it. I ain't got nothing, man. I ain't holding. What's up with you? It's like, I'm not that stupid. But
not crazy on the outside. Look, this is all going on out here.
I actually stole a school bus in protest because they didn't allow girls to play other sports other than gym and I think it was like gymnastics and like, well, girls can do sports. So I stole the school bus. Unfortunately, I gave the school bus driver a bag of weed, but unfortunately, it had the football players on it.
Okay.
So I technically could have been charged with kidnapping. However, I had a plan. I took the boys to the lake where we had a kegger, and they didn't mind that they missed the game, and they got really stoned and really drunk, and there was just a teenage orgy because the cheerleaders showed up there, and it was just an orgy all day. The bus driver got fired, and I think he got to do like 30 days in jail for me. So, but I was only 16, and at the time, if I did that shit now, I would be in Guantanamo Bay. The stuff that I got away with back then, I could never get away with it now. Never in a million years. You know, and it's like, my friend's like, you literally were like Ferris Bueller's Day Off. It's like they ripped you off to make that movie because of all the shit you pull and get away with. And that's why my mom's outgoing message was, if this is regarding Joanna, she's your problem. If it's regarding Susanna, which it never was, because she never missed a day of school. She never got in trouble. No, seriously, half the time people didn't even know she was my sister because she was so good. I would shove cheerleaders in their lockers upside down if they looked at her cross-eyed. She never knew about it. You did not just give my sister the evil eye. Bitch. You know?
That's great.
You know, my sister was like, la, 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 la.
When I went to school, it was wasn't exactly the same, but it was like an old boys school, and like I was a bit of a tearaway when I was younger as well. Coming like totally wrecked off my face or whatever the hell it was.
High as kite.
Yeah, totally. But
every day.
But it's like that. It's that at the time in Ireland when they'd never had that happen before, so they didn't know how to deal with it. So they just went, "Oh, we'll just ignore that." Too much.
My teacher. The funny thing was, my mom was getting medical grade marijuana. Okay, and I was stealing her stash, and I would get fucking blotto. Blotto, you know? Go to school and just like, okay, man, this is cool. And I think but just crap, what happened? The principal, the vice principal, and he was a fucking douchebag. His name was Mr. Kraft. He was a fucking asshole. He had gone to high school with my mother and had a crush on her, and she thought he was a douchebag then. So he treated me like shit all the time. So he was always pulling me into his class. He was always getting me in trouble. My mom actually called him up on it that time, but she didn't know what to do with me either. She goes, I don't know what to do. And he was like, I don't know either. I don't know why this shit happens. It just happens. You know, I walk in, shit goes down. I don't know why. You know?
It's just, I'm the eye of the storm. Chaos just goes on around me. Yeah, that's it.
Exactly. You know, but it's like I was always kind of very outspoken, like in junior high. I led a walkout because girls weren't allowed to take anything but home economics. It pissed me off. It just pissed me off that I was only allowed to take home economics. I couldn't even take... The boys are allowed to take any of the sports. They were allowed to take photography. They were allowed to take art. I can take art. I love art. I paint all the time. I wasn't allowed to do anything other than home economics. So I led a girls' walkout. We stayed out of school for almost 3 weeks, chanting on the front, walking back and forth with our parents, screaming at us, go back to school, until Marvin Zindler with Eyewitness News showed up. These little girls out here just trying to take some art classes, and it's on the news. And next, girls can take anything. It's like, I was always just like, dude, I don't want to just be fucking cook bread. I want to learn. Why can't I take photography? What's wrong with girls taking photography? Why can't I go in and paint? Why can't I take auto mechanics? My car is going to break down someday. So I need to know how to fix it. And actually, that did come in quite handy. On the road, I used to carry a big, giant jug of distilled water. I carried pantyhose because if my fan belt broke, tie the pantyhose around, it would get me to the next city. If I'm 700 miles between cities, driving to gigs, you need essentials. I had 2 spare tires. I could change a tire in under 5 minutes. I could check my oil. I could change my oil, check my water. These were essential skills for me to have to be on the road. And I learned them because I made this thing. So.
And now you just have a bag of dirty pants that you need to just...
They're somewhere in Germany. I have no idea what's happening to those pants. I don't want them back, please. Keep them there. You're yours. Just don't clone me if you do, because you're going to have some fucked up kids. Let me tell you right now. I'll tell you, you do not want another one of me running around the universe, because that one of me is just devastating. Yeah. I'm imagining multiple. Yeah. Oh my God.
I mean, they're obviously they're like a Swiss Army tool now at this stage, aren't they?
Yeah.
Because you can make money off them. You can turn them into a fan belt. I mean, what else? They're
very universal.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's great.
Yeah,
that's great.
I never thought my underwear would end up in Germany. I mean, I've had bags of underwear disappear when I travel before, and I've always wondered what the customs guys are doing with my dirty knickers.
Yeah.
That has happened to me twice now.
Right, they've taken them off you.
I've had them, it's like when you travel, and I keep them like in a bag, the dirty ones, because I'm going to bring them home and wash them.
Of course.
And then I open up my bag, and it's like, what the fuck? And there's a letter. We went through your stuff. I was like, okay, so why did you take my underpants?
Yeah.
What's up with that? Twice now that's happened. So that was when I was coming back from France. I took my knickers. I don't know why. Yeah. I took my knickers and a big package of gum that I had bought from America that I still had in my thing. Cinnamon gum is not that bad. It's really good for you. Mm-hmm. Then one time when I was coming back from Germany, they took my knickers out. I was like, I don't understand what's happening.
It's odd. It's very odd, huh?
It's like everyone needs, it's hygiene. You take your dirty stuff, you put it in a bag, you tie it up nice and tight. To take it home and throw it in the wash. I'm not going to send it down. I'm not going to call up housekeeping and go, hey, can you wash my knickers? Mm-hmm. I'm not going to send them out to dry clean my knickers. No, I'm going to take them home and wash them.
No, everyone's got vices, but that's a very strange vice, isn't it? Like cinnamon gum with dirty knickers.
Dirty knickers. Seriously, what's up with that, man? And I have a fetish for magnets, fridge magnets.
Okay.
So I buy them wherever I go. And I have noticed a couple of times some of them have been missing when I come back. It's like, come on!
Yeah.
The fuck!
Yeah, that's how you're not going to sell them. It's just such annoying.
It's just kind of a thing. It's like wherever I travel. I mean, I've got them from all over the world. I've got them from Germany, France, Spain. Everywhere I go, I get it. I mean, even Tunisia. I mean, I get them wherever I go. I love them.
Yeah.
It's just a thing. I've got them from every state that I've been to in America. I got them from, wherever, even here, if I go to a cool city, I'll get, a magnet.
Yeah, that's it.
It's just a thing. It's my thing.
It's a nice small souvenir as well. You can just
and it just, I don't know. I was like, I love them all over my refrigerator. I like the way it looks. I love them. Move them around.
Do you those letters as well with the things?
No.
It gets too
I would be too tempted to write something mean on it to my husband, Hey, dickless, fucking wash something, something.
Put some clothes on.
For the love of Jesus. Put some clothes on. At least underpants. At least wear underpants. Come on.
Maybe he's got a business going on the side.
I don't know. He's so proud of himself right now because he's written a new program that takes all the clothes off of the game that he's playing, and he's sharing it on his little network of friends. They're all like, "You're a genius!" Like, I walk in there, really? Mm-hmm. How come all your characters are girls and they're all naked? What the fuck? Yeah, I wrote a program. I've shared it. I'm a guru. I'm like, you're an idiot. Oh. You're an idiot. Next year, in the new year, I'm taking some time off just to write right now. So the next year, I'm going to be doing Soho Comedy Club in the UK. Have you done Rolling on the Floor, Laughing Your Ass Off in Stoke-on-Trent?
No, not yet, no.
It's a great venue. It's in Stoke-on-Trent. It's a fantastic place. And they've got die-hard people who love comedy who go there. And it's in an old post office.
Oh, right.
And it's fantastic, and it's only on Saturday nights, and it just packs out, and people just absolutely love it, because there's nothing else there. But they're a great audience, and they just love you there. I got lovely messages Saturday from several people who through my fan page on Facebook asked me when I'm coming back up there to do the show, and so I was like, I will be up there in the new year, I promise you, I'm coming back. That's pretty much it right now. Just keeping it down low. I've got so much going on. I really, seriously, how long have we been trying to figure this out to get me up here to come do this with you? My schedule's been cuckoo crazy. I don't know about your schedule, but mine's been madness.
So you got Soho Comedy Club coming up in the new year. When did you get your show together? Is that your hour show?
No. Well, that one, I'm looking for a venue right now to do that one in. Right, and like I said, I'm working with Dina Jacobson. She's a writer and a director and a producer, and she's done loads of shows. If you ever look her up on TV and stuff, she's produced loads of shows, and she's written stuff that's all over the TV. I mean, she's like she's an amazingly talented woman. This is her first venue into doing like live shows, and so she's used to doing TV and movies, and so she really wants to get into that. So working with her has been interesting. She's also a movie coach. You know, she coaches actors and stuff on acting, and she just destroys me and then builds me back up.
Yeah.
So it's like I've learned this whole new thing with her. So yeah, in the new year, these are my goals. You know, I've got my new goals. It's not about, you know, quantity anymore. It's about quality shows. Exactly. I used to like, oh, if I'm not gigging 5 days a week, then that's it. But now it's like, you know what? I don't want to go out and do these shows. Yeah. Or if I'm going to drive all the way there, I'm going to get there and I'm just going to be treated like shit.
Yeah.
I'd rather go do a show that I know is awesome. Mm-hmm. I know that I already have fans that are going to be there. And I can do the stuff I want to do without feeling all that stress. Yeah. You know, it's like, why can't you give me some food? I've just driven 4 hours to be here. Why can't you give me some food and give me a fucking cup of coffee? And you're like, oh no, well, I'll get you a voucher for something. I don't want a voucher. Just get me a cup of coffee.
You can drink, or else you can drink all you want. Well, okay, well,
I can't. I've got to drive. Yeah, you know, right. You know, it's like I'm an adult and I'm responsible. I have to drive home now. Yeah,
it's a job.
It is a job. You got to treat it like that. And I keep telling young comics, because I go in I don't know if you do this, where you go and you judge the new open mics and you try to give them feedback and stuff. You try to give them positive feedback. So one of the things I keep telling them is like, don't get on stage drunk. If you have to drink 2 or 3 beers or a couple of shots before you get on stage, maybe you need to rethink being in this field. I understand the nerve. I do get it. We've all struggled with those nerves to get on stage. Don't get on stage high. Because this is a job. If you get on stage high or drunk, you are not firing on all cylinders. You cannot handle the audience, what they're going to throw at you. You don't know what the audience is going to throw at you. You don't know if they're going to jeer you, if they're going to have some great comebacks to you. You don't know. You need to be firing on all your faculties and do that. And I tell young comics to go on stage sober. I don't care what you do after stage, but before you get on stage, be sober. I get a lot of weird looks from that. I don't know, have you?
It's an obvious thing, really, isn't it? It's like, well, you're not going to, you need to be fully there and present with them. You can't just go in there and just go through the motions. Even if you know you're set that well and you're drunk and delivering it, your time's going to be off. You're going to be slurring your words. You're not going to be, you're not with them. Yeah. And it's their night out. You want to make it the best they can possibly be.
Especially if it's a paying audience. I'm like, look, I feel a duty. I go, because people work so fucking hard for every cent they have right now. And the fact that they're willing to spend 10, 15 pounds to get into this club to come and see me, and then they're buying drinks on top. This is their night out for might be their whole month. Especially in some of the little places we go to. This is their big night out. Yeah. I have duty. I have a care of duty to make sure that I give them the best possible performance. They may not like me, but I will give them the best show I can possibly give and bring them my all. And I can't do that if I'm drunk. I can't do that if I'm high. I just can't. I know that some comics say they can. I've yet to do a professional show with a comic that's been drunk or high.
It's not a good show.
It's not a good show. The ones I have done with comics that are like that, it's not a good show. It's really bad.
They think in their head they think they've done a good show.
Yeah, they think they've done a good show. I've done shows with guys, a guy that was so high and so drunk he took his clothes off on stage and doesn't remember doing it. Right. You know? They couldn't remember a set. And this is a set he's been performing for months and months and months. So,
no good.
No good.
Well, Jojo, it's great to talk to you. It's been ages since I've seen you. Well, thanks for coming on the
Comedy
Defect.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much. I've had a great time.
And that was Jojo Georgio. Hope you enjoyed that, guys. Very funny woman. Go find her on Facebook. Go find her on Twitter. Go see her live, because that's what it's all about. Don't just research her on YouTube. Go see her live. That's where comedy lives. What else have I been doing? I've been trying to get rid of my fear. I've been listening to 3 years of recordings of gigs from the last 6 odd years. It's been tough. It's been leveling. It's been humbling. I've started to hear the desperation in my voice. Oh, that's been painful. It's been painful to admit to myself. Oh, it's been hard. But it's helped. I've been doing a lot of gong shows, and the gong shows have really helped me get rid of my fear. But I'm not terrified anymore. You know, I'm not just of the comedy, of other things as well. But maybe that's where I am in my life. I think it's probably because I got married. Nothing can scare me now. I'm trying to stop laughing as well because it's maniacal. I really am. I'm trying to get rid of that. It's not easy because it's been a safety mechanism. That laughter is just a decompressor, a stress reliever. I'm trying to get rid of that laughing because it's insane. I used to think it was like a ghost train and it was kind of amusing, but now it's just telling. Oh God, I'm full of self-loathing today. Yeah, I've been going to gong shows. Some I've gotten through to finals and others I haven't, but I've still improved whenever I've gone to those. And it's all about getting rid of the fear and trying to face whatever it is you got going on at the moment. It's very introspective today, guys, but that's what's happening. That's what's happening with me. Just, why hide it? Why be something else? Why not be yourself? Why hide what you're really thinking just to suit them, just to please them, I know it sounds so simple and so obvious, but if you convince yourself that you're one way and you're another way, well then, it's a revelation when you finally figure out that you've been lying to yourself. There it is again, there's that laugh again. Oh, gotta get rid of that, I hate it. God, But yeah, a lot of things have been happening, it's been good. It's been good. If you like this podcast and you want to donate, we're on Patreon. Go to Patreon, type in The Comedy Defect Podcast and donate if you want to. As much or as little as you want. But if you can't donate anything, just leave us a nice review, an honest review on iTunes or maybe Podbean, because it does help. But if you want to follow us on Twitter, we're there on Twitter and it's at The Comedy Defect Podcast. If you want to follow me on Twitter, it's at winterphonander. And if you want to come see my live stand-up gig dates, well, just go visit my website, which is winterphonander.com. I haven't had a chance to look at the Guinness Encyclopedia to see if I can craft any more wonderful cerebral gags from that massive tome, because I haven't had time. I've been really busy with all the self-loathing and the family stuff that's been going on, and the process of moving in to my wife's house while getting the Comedy Defect premises in order as well. But as I say, if you want to donate to the podcast, do. If you want to follow us on Twitter, do. If you don't, that's fine too. If you want to keep listening, great, happy days. That's it from this episode of the Comedy Defect Podcast. We'll see you next episode for episode 26, and that is with a stand-up turned musical comedian, John Long. Gonna love that one. See you next time on the Comedy Defect Podcast.